Good morning, everybody. This is Alex with Downey's Bonsai, and this morning I'm going to be working on this blue Rug Juniper. Now, yesterday I bought 7 of these junipers, and within the next 3 weeks I'd like to transform all of them, get them all up on my channel. And this one we're going to dive right into. Not going to waste any time talking about it. There's really nothing crazy about it. You see these things at pretty much every nursery, but this one to me really stuck out. It's got kind of a unique shape. And one thing I noticed while I was looking at it at the nursery is something that I usually like to do anyways, but this one is going to make it even more amazing how well this trick works. And what that is, I've shown this in other videos, is I use an X-Acto knife, and basically I cut this pot down to the soil level. And what this is going to do, this is going to transform the tree really without even touching the tree. And I'm going to show you that right now. After I do that, we're going to jump in and zoom the camera in, and we're just going to go at it. I have an idea exactly what I want to do with this tree. Again, things don't always turn out exactly the way they look once you start cutting branches off, but we're going to find out if it does. I have a really good idea what I want to do with this thing. So first things first, we're going to take this, and one thing I noticed about this tree is how far down the soil level goes, and the fact that some really nice roots down there are already exposed. So I'm going to make a mark because the soil kind of goes up on an angle. So this one should be about there, over here, and then up here it's actually like almost the top. So alright, so as you can see, this one is missing like half of its dirt. Let me zoom the camera in. You guys can see this. So the whole top section of the soil is gone. But what's cool about that is it's already exposed all these really neat roots in here. Right, so I don't have to go fishing for those later. Also, that allows me to just dump this thing in a bonsai pot, right? Because there's really no soil here. I could literally plop it out and plop it into a decent sized pot. I probably won't do that. I'll probably put it into a little bit bigger nursery pot, but it is going to get repotted right away because, I mean, I really would like to get the soil a tiny bit higher over here, and I might as well just knock that little bit of dirt on this side down. And that way we can have a nice level, soil base. Anyways, I'm gonna stay right here all zoomed in, and I'm just gonna dive right into the tree and we're gonna get going on it. So, like I said, I have a good idea what I wanna do. You guys might already see it too, but this should be a pretty neat looking tree when I'm done. So it's really starting to take shape already, as you can see. I'm not even close to done yet, but I just wanted to show you how much of a difference taking this pot off makes. So if this was still on there, right? So I mean, you can kind of see roughly what I'm going for here. You know, kind of get the rough shape. Still have a lot of trimming to do, but let's say we take this piece and put it back on. I'll show you just how much of a difference it makes. Look at that. Looks totally different. I mean, it's not even the same tree. You know, most people probably would have walked right past this at the nursery if they weren't, you know, looking to make a bonsai tree and really digging in. I almost missed it myself because they all kind of have that same shape. They have that kind of swooped over shape, but they're full of, you know, dangly branches everywhere. So it's very easy to just kind of walk by, look at them, think they're all the same. And then if you don't actually look down in the pot, you'll never see what I saw, that half the dirt's missing, you already have exposed roots, and voila, we have ourselves a very cool shape with a nice little root base. Again, I'm going to keep trimming away. I just wanted to show you that real quick, how much of a difference that one little trick can actually make. One thing I want to talk about is when you have a big branch that swoops towards you, it makes it pretty easy to pick the front. I mean, you really have either where it points towards you or somewhat to the side, right? Because once you do that, I mean, it really kind of, I mean, it still looks kind of neat. It adds a lot of depth to the tree, it feels like that, but really there's no movement, right? And if you do this, well, it just looks kind of dead. It doesn't really look like it flows or turns towards you or does anything. So, but if you turn it like this, you know, anywhere from like here to there, it makes it really easy. Like that's gonna be your front, you know. I don't know if you can see this on camera, everybody. I'll try to bring it closer, but it's good to get underneath. As you can see, there's lots of like just dead yellow needles everywhere, and you can just go through and trim them out, and it's just going to make the tree look cleaner. It's actually going to, you know, let more light and air down through. So it's good just to flip it up, get those things out of there. Even if you can't see them, you know, when you're looking at it from the front, it's good just to get those out. So that's what I'm doing right now. What else I'm going to do on the bottom is I'm going to take my concave cutters, and I'm going to go underneath and just clean up those cuts because I was just cutting them off with my clippers. I'm going to bring them close to the trunk itself and kind of actually, I'll use my knot cutters because these branches are small enough to use them, and this does a better job making a nice round divot into the trunk. So just all those cut off branches, I'm just going to take them and do that, right? I'll put a little sealing paste on it, and over time that'll just heal into, you know, just a nice little recess in the trunk. And then also anything that sticks down like this that I don't want, just carefully clip it. So that's what I'm going to do now. now everybody's, so there's some really cool roots here, but there's all these fine old roots that, you know, they used to be underground, actually live roots. Now they're just dead, crispy roots. So I'm trying to carefully go through and just trim those off the bigger roots to give it a better looking, cleaner looking base. I might even, after this tree recovers, come through here and cut some of these moderate sized roots off, because there's some really cool looking larger roots that I would love to expose more, and these cross over the top of it, and I feel like they're going to continue to get bigger and bigger and just kind of take away from that really cool look. So I want to see how the plant recovers first though, because obviously all of these larger sized roots are actually down into the soil and they're feeding the tree. So I want to be careful as to what I cut off of the tree. I don't want to kill it, but we're getting pretty close here. It's almost done. All right, everybody, that's it. So, came out pretty much exactly like I thought it would. I wasn't planning on keeping this branch down here, but I think it kind of adds to the whole flow of the tree. I can always cut it off in the future if I want to, but I think it really adds to the tree, so I'm not gonna take it off for now. Like I said, there's all this massive, not massive, they're just larger roots that cross over the really nice base root there and the really nice base root here that I would love to take off, but at the same time, I feel like by doing that, those must feed, you know, obviously finer roots underneath, and I just don't want to take anything off that's gonna risk damaging this tree. So we'll let it recover. Maybe next year I'll go ahead and cut those off. But this is one again that I'm probably going to get right into a different pot. I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can see those roots. Kind of show you what I'm talking about. You'll see them right here, all these roots that cross over this main root down here. I would like to take those off, but we'll see. Maybe when I replant this, it'll be a little bit more obvious where these roots feed, and if it's nothing that I feel is a large root mass, I might just take them off. So we will see, but that's it. Juniper number 1 of 7 is finished, and this one's ready for a bigger pot. And the next video will be number 2, and that should be coming out shortly. If you'd like to see that video, please subscribe. The next one's going to be a little bit bigger, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I really like the shape of the apex on the next one that's coming up. So I have a feeling it's going to come out pretty cool. Might have to drop the soil level a little bit to get the effect I want, but we will see what it looks like when I'm done. So I will see you on that video. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.